consequence to the drinking, it's not ready and apparent what a potential disaster it is.
Not too long ago, you brought an idea to us that had to do with when a young person, or I guess anyone who was caught with their first DUI, they would in fact lose their automobile because you believed that they would be in this teachable moment kind of situation. Let's talk about how that turned out. I know that you're being in the emergency room, in the trauma center, that you see all kinds of things, but I know you were very nervous about watching the legislature try to put together a law that would do what you believed it ought to do relative to that teachable moment.
Well, I don't mean to overdo it, Senator, but your incredible support is part of why we were able to accomplish this, along with Assemblyman Dave Jones, who supported us and helped us get through this process. Watching the legislative process is really quite threatening, because you have an idea that you want to forward, and it's not clear your message is getting across. So your aid and his aid and all the support we've enjoyed has really given us a great opportunity to do something special in our county.
Now, this is a law that in fact applies only to Sacramento County, and we were fairly magnanimous because we said, okay, Dr. Owens, we're going to do this, but you got to go out and you got to fund it. Tell us where you are in that process.
Oh, am I glad you asked. Fact of the matter is, we've raised about $250,000 to date from everyone from the people selling vegetables on the corner to the man who owns the sweet shop, to some of our developers. And what we have created is the Teachable Moment Foundation. And what we're trying to do is get the community shoulder to shoulder. We have the legislators behind us, you and the assemblymen and the county and the city. Have all of our city fathers and I guess city mothers have gotten shoulder to shoulder with us to help create this Teachable Moment Foundation, because our next project after we take care of this impoundment procedure, which we'll discuss, the next project is to raise funds for a massive advertising campaign, because it turns out advertising really makes a difference with respect to drunk driving. That's what the statistics bear out. The fact is, time in jail doesn't change it, and fines don't change it. But advertising, impoundment, brief interventions,
but the thought of losing your car is pretty dramatic.
Precisely, and it's that impound of the vehicle. That's what you were so key in, is getting the vehicle taken away upon arrest, and then giving a person an opportunity to connect the dots, to put that together. And we have professional psychologists now in the jail as the people go to leave, helping them connect these dots and getting them to treatment when it's indicated.
Let's talk about this bill from the standpoint that we weren't able to make it statewide to begin with, but we did in fact make it for Sacramento County.
Yes, sir.
And we had a situation where John McGinnis.
Yes, our sheriff.
The sheriff. I mean, he was behind this 100%.
They took me like I was their little brother, as you did, and helped us get this program enforced, and John helped carry the day with this program, and it's been just wonderful to see that it's happening. The University of Michigan, along with the University of California, Davis, are studying this issue. We're going to tease apart all the numbers, and we're going to find out if doing these brief interventions, coupled with impounding the vehicle, our big advertising campaign, and increased enforcement, will make a difference in our county. It's what you need to know is the County of Sacramento, the City of Sacramento, and County of Sacramento, out of the 13 major metropolitan areas in California, is the worst when it comes to death from drunk driving.
The worst.
The worst.
Number one.
Number one.
The wrong thing to be number one in.
No, we're going to change that, sir. And so with any help, the people who are listening will help us.
You talked about raising some money. How much money do you think, because there's a report that's due the legislature on or before January 2009. Tell me, how many dollars do you think that it will be necessary in order to raise?
So far, the Office of Traffic Safety has committed $1.5 million toward our project that includes both enforcement and includes our brief interventions. But additionally, we want to raise $2 million over the next year, in addition to the 1.5, $2 million earmarked for the advertising campaign.
So a total of 3.5 million and,
Yes, sir.
and to, in fact, finance, if you will, or fund this, I guess it's the, you call it the moment of decision, the moment of the truth. The final analysis, if you get, we were not able to get it, the legislature to agree to take an automobile on the first DUI, which was a little bit surprising to me. We got them to agree that they would take it on the second DI, but when you stop to think about that for a moment, kind of nutso from the standpoint that you got that teachable moment, and we're going to let that go. But the chances are very likely that if they got caught with one DUI, they'll get caught with another one, isn't there?
25% of those who have a first DUI wind up having a second. And the legislature, I guess, just wasn't comfortable taking it on the first DUI arrest, despite the fact that it was the 300th time that they drove drunk. I guess we're waiting for 600, but we're going to try to prove our point with the second DUI folks. And if we are, we hope to come back to the legislature and say, this works, let's do it, provided it does work. That's why we're bringing real scientists in to help us do this.
Who are the people that are doing the counseling? Because it's not a situation of where someone gets caught on the second DUI in their car. You take their car. There's also some intervention there.
Yes, sir. We have psychiatric social workers at the jail working 7 days a week upon discharge from the jail, doing these teachable moments and helping people connect the dots. It's a motivational interview, and its purpose is to help someone understand that they really have a problem, because that's when they're sensitive to it. They've spent a night in the drunk tank. They don't feel good. Their vehicle's been taken away, and maybe there's an alternative. And for some people, we can make a difference.
And it's at that time, obviously, that they've got their entire family moving in the direction of trying to do something as well.
We certainly hope so. But people and families often are looking for support from the outside. People who have someone who's an alcoholic in their home, they don't want to confront that person. It becomes mean, it becomes nasty. But when you have an official agency doing it, when you have the community turning around and saying, this is not acceptable behavior, let's help you get out of this thing, that's our goal. That's what we're trying to do.
Well, Dr. Owens, this is I will tell you, I felt very good about this program and about the program that you're attempting to in fact develop not only in the county of Sacramento but in the state of California. I thank you very much for being with us today, and I thank you for taking your time. I know you must have been busy at the emergency room where then you picked up to come down here.
Well, I get honored to be down, especially to talk to you. So.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Good
you very much.
Of course.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
You can contact Senator Dave Cox at his office in Sacramento. Call 916-651-4001. Thank you for watching The Capitol Report.